and welcome. In the next half hour, we shall be bringing you stories of everyday people and their extraordinary endeavors that have led to great transformation, sometimes for themselves and at other times for others. You're watching Aspirational India and I'm Rukma with you. Marathi writer Girish Prabhune is well known as a writer, but the bigger achievement in his life is the bringing into the mainstream of numerous nomadic tribes, a goal he has dedicated his life to. Some among these tribes were dubbed as thugs during British rule and thereby treated as outcasts and criminals, deprived of education or health benefits. Thanks to Girish Prabhune's efforts, over 4 decades, they have been brought into the mainstream and now enjoy a better life. This year, he has been named for the Padma Shri. Let's meet the great stalwart. Meet Girish Prabhune, named by the Government of India for the Padma Shri this year. For nearly 4 decades now, Girish Prabhune has been working to bring back into the mainstream nearly 2 crore members of the nomadic tribes of Maharashtra, outcast and outlawed. Among the many communities he has worked with, the most significant among them are the Pardhi community in Maharashtra, who were termed as criminals under the Criminal Tribes Act 1871 by the British. This act was repealed in 1952. Girish Prabhune started Bhatke Vimukt Vikas Pratishthan in 1992 with support from like-minded people. The organization helped in setting up abodes for the tribes, identifying open spaces in selected areas for the wandering tribes to set up their camps, and setting up a residential school for children of these communities in Yamgarwadi in Osmanabad district. His Punarutthan Samarasata Gurukulam, a residential school for Pardhi children based out of Pimpri Chinchwad, is well known. Based on the ancient Gurukul education system and running through crowdfunding and donations. Besides academic, skill-based training is being provided to these students from an early age. The social work undertaken by this organization has been appreciated by many stalwarts in society.
भारत में रहने वाले अनुसूचित जनजाति में
I have been working for nearly 40 years for those tribes whom the British had criminalized, referring to them as thriving tribes or denotified tribes. I tried out different methods for their upliftment. Education is one of them. The Punarutthan Samrasta Gurukulam is an effort towards this. The institution provides teaching in many disciplines, giving great importance to skill development and the Gurukul system.
सभी प्रकार के कौशल्य के आधार पर शिक्षा हम देते हैं.
Girish Prabhune is famous as a writer too, and not many would know how huge and high is the respect that he commands among the nomadic tribes and communities of Maharashtra, especially the Pardhi, which continues to remain shackled even today by the stigma of being a thieving tribe. Girish was first associated with Gramayan. Along with many workers, mostly local residents, he experimented with collective farming among the backward communities.
I have learned so much from this organization. I learned how, besides academic, skill-based training provided to these students from an early age really helps. We work under the guidance of our Guru, and we can see before our eyes how it has benefited the children.
In addition to education for children, Girish has focused on standing up for them in case of false criminal and legal charges, liaising with philanthropic bodies and industrial houses for financial and or material assistance. The obstacles were many, but Prabhune never gave up, and his Padma Shri is a recognition of his great service to the country. With Loknath Poddar and Ruhi Malik in Pimpri Chinchwad and Pune, DD India. Our next report is from Tripura in the northeast. During the days of the lockdown during the pandemic, here's a story that began with a shattered light bulb and transformed a perfectly normal person into an innovator and an entrepreneur, as well as a champion for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Take a look. Surrounded by light bulbs in his workshop, this is Rohit Bhattacharya, immersed in the task of making his product. Rohit's thriving business took off just a few months ago when the COVID pandemic enforced a lockdown that caused him to return to his hometown in Dharmanagar in northeast India's Tripura. Rohit was initially depressed and downcast over losing his job during this period. Then, when an LED bulb in his home shattered and he could not find any way to replace it because all the shops were closed, Rohit decided to take matters into his own hands. He searched the internet for instructions and successfully made his own arrangement. Heartened by his success, Rohit decided to make use of his time during the shutdown by going in for a full-blown course. And then he set up his own unit, inspired by Prime Minister Modi's call for an Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local. He began with 7 employees and now earns around 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees a month.
हमारे जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हैं, उनका जो प्रकल्प है आत्मनिर्भर भारत योजना,
I was truly inspired by PM Modi, especially when he spoke about Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local. One evening, and LED bulb in our home fused. I started thinking how these bulbs are made, what techniques and where are the materials found. I searched on YouTube and learnt a lot, and then I took up the STP of setting up this unit. I take great pride in being an entrepreneur, and I have employed 7 people. Among them 2 are women.
और एक यूनिट प्लांट हम कैसे भिजा सकते हैं?
It is people like Rohit who rise to every occasion, take quick, positive decisions to do their best whatever the challenge, who inspire and lead change for generations. Bureau Report, DD India. As the call for Vocal for Local resonates across the country and more people are opting for Indian-made goods, the road to an Atmanirbhar Bharat is seeming all that much easier. Even women are proving to be equal partners in this effort as more and more self-help groups run by women are being formed and are flourishing. Our focus in our next story is one such self-help group in Madhya Pradesh's Panna, where a quiet women empowerment movement is underway. India's local products are finding an increased market, especially since the pandemic-induced lockdown. The call for an Atmanirbhar Bharat appears to have resonated deeply and brought out many to work with a strong belief that they can make the phrase work in their lives. Like these women in a factory in Panna in Madhya Pradesh who make pickles of various products of the local fruit known as Avla or Amla. There are about 10 women who are working in this center. It is run by a self-help group. All are engaged in different activities in the making of the products at various levels, like cutting, cleaning, arranging the masala. Others do not come to the center, collect and transport the raw materials as and when we need them. And we also get a good income. We make many products here, mouth fresheners, murabbas, pickles and so on. We all enjoy working here together at the Kendra. We come here and do the cutting, mixing and other preparations as well as the packing and sealing. We heard that they were making products in factory style here, so we came to inquire and
found that there were jobs available. So we decided to give it a try. And we've been working here ever since. We were clearly told about the work and the wages, and we've been working here ever since.
The district administration that is behind the initiative in Panna is not stopping at selling the products just here in Madhya Pradesh. It is aiming much higher.
The success of this initiative here is very encouraging. We are therefore making preparations to market these products from Panna. Plans are afoot to sell them across cities and towns within the country and even abroad.
Thanks to the initiative taken by this self-help group with the help of the local administration, the district of Panna is slowly becoming self-reliant. All inspired by slogans like Vocal for Local and Atmanirbhar Bharat. People across the world could very soon enjoy the delicious Amla Murabbas and pickles of Panna. With Amit Khare in Panna, Madhya Pradesh, DD India. Time now for a short break here on Aspirational India on DD News, but there's more up ahead, so keep watching.
A global pandemic that's causing havoc worldwide. Search for an effective vaccine is on. Until then, the only option is caution and prevention. Now that the country has opened up under Unlock 5, it's all the more critical that we don't let our guard down. Face mask has been found to be the most effective means to fight the spread of COVID-19. World Health Organization and various researchers have also found that masks are critical in mitigating the spread of COVID-19. When you wear a mask, you protect yourself and people around you. Wearing a face mask helps prevent the spread of COVID-19, but only if worn properly.
बिना मास्क या फेस कवर के घर से बाहर निकलने की अभी कल्पना करना भी सही नहीं है.
Be a part of DD India campaign. Mask Up India. Come and join our initiative to fight COVID-19. Share your stories of masking up with us on Facebook and Twitter.
Mask Up India.
It's a simple task. Just wear a mask.
Mask Up India.
Mask Up India.
Mask Up India.
Such examples of transforming adversity into opportunity are many. As the lockdown during the pandemic caused many job losses, there were those who took the situation in hand and decided on empowering themselves, going in for self-employment. One such example is that of Mohammad Rafi from Chamba, who flourished with a fishery during these tough times. Another story of sheer grit and courage. This fishery in Himachal Pradesh's Chamba holds behind it a wonderful story of courage and initiative. A story that could inspire many who would otherwise despair in these critical times. Not Mohammad Rafi, owner of this enterprise, seen here tending to his fish tanks. A class 12 pass out, Rafi opted to set up his own business after school, as various jobs were denied him. He set up 3 tanks of trout, and the good market for fish has made him a success and a local legend.
मैंने जो कारोबार चुना है वो मछली पालन का है. शुरू में हमने जो है 3 टैंक बनाए.
I began my business of fish farming with just 1 tank. I got the ingredients I needed for trout fish farming from local government agencies and I began my work. Surprisingly, it was quite a success and soon I had 3 tanks. My fish sell for a cool 600 rupees per kg in the market. The method to breed trout is by providing them clean, cool water, and this is in abundance here in the Jilel Panchayat area.
अच्छी तरह से इसका पालन हो सकता है.
Rafi's example has inspired other youth in the area, and not just in the area, in far-flung reaches of Himachal Pradesh, who see his success as something that is doable and greatly beneficial.
मोहम्मद रफ़ी जो है लड़का ये ट्राउट फिश का काम करता है और हम यहाँ देखने आए.
We heard about the good work of this young man in the Chamba and his success in business, how he was earning well with the initiative that he had set up at very little cost. When we came here, we were impressed with what we saw. First he set up a tank, after that he showed us how to arrange clean, cool water flow. Then he got the eggs from Kullu to breed trout. Seeing and listening to his story, we feel that we too can do something similar to better our lives.
Youth like Mohammad Rafi are springing up everywhere in India, inspiring others across the country, especially after the corona pandemic, which showed us how insecure the job market could be and how much more sustainable it is to be self-employed. Manzoor Mohammad's report from Chamba in Himachal Pradesh for DD India. We've all heard of the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem, one of the holiest religious shrines for the Jewish faith. Well, maybe not so steeped in history and tradition, but a powerful source of hope by itself is this particular wall in our report, set up to help the poor and destitute with clothes and other much needed essentials, that this good Samaritan himself goes house to house to collect. A report. This quaint structure may seem ordinary to you at first, like a little shop. Among the many quaint structures we see in India's villages or towns that serve as storerooms. But this is clearly different. Firstly, because of the letters on the front, which mean Wall of Happiness. Locals call it a Bank of Happiness. Started 3 years ago by painter Sanjay Ramphal. It is full of odds and ends, essentials really, that anyone who is needy enough, in particular those who ply their trade on the roadside, can use. There's a clothes bank too. For this Good Samaritan, it is a campaign to help the most unfortunate among his fellow tradesmen, mostly platforms on which they can sit on the pavement. Ramphal sometimes goes door to door to collect the materials and delivers them himself too.
We started this campaign years ago. It was an attempt, a small effort on our part to do something for the needy. We would keep the stuff on a chair and people could pick them up. Wholeheartedly salute the people from around this area and nearby who have given me all their support. It is wonderful that people are actually getting happiness out of this wall of happiness.
We spoke to many local residents who spoke very highly of the Wall of Happiness.
We get clothes whenever we need here. I have come here so many times and they have never sent me back empty-handed. I take clothes here for my children and for myself even.
This Wall of Happiness has made many people happy. I have been given so many nice things here, sometimes clothes and once a platform to sit on.
Sanjay was deeply affected by the suffering of the poor when he was in Mumbai. Then itself, he had decided that he would help them. He had no money, no income even. Yet, Sanjay would reach out to help anyone he could in any way. The outcome of all his efforts over the years is this Wall of Happiness and a campaign that truly opens our eyes. With Indravesh in Bhiwani, Bureau Report, DD India. We now slip into a very short break. But there's more up ahead on Aspirational India. Stay tuned.
Namaste India.
Namaste land. Marhaban ilal Hind.
Zari India.
Salam
India.
Namaste India.
Namaskar Bharata.
Nous sommes l'Inde.
Nahnu Hunud.
India.
Ma Hindi Hasti.
Hindian.
Salam Hindustan.
We are India.
Your window to rising India. India's voice on global platforms. Latest news from India and around the world. In-depth analysis of global headlines. Watch DD India in your country. Available for downlink in all Southeast Asian countries. STTV broadcast is available through the satellite GSAT 17 at 93.5 degrees east. HDTV broadcast is available through the satellite GSAT 10 at 83 degrees east. For technical details, scan here. Switch to DD India now.
She is 74 years old and has been recently elected as a member of the local panchayat. But her life is far from that of politicians as we know it. We tell you more in our next report. Her day begins at 7 each morning, and it has been so for nearly 40 years now. 74-year-old Ajibai has spent her entire youth and middle age cleaning the streets of Kolhapur, sometimes sweeping them, at other times clearing the gutters or planting trees. Not anymore. However, in the recently conducted local body elections, Draupadi Sonule, Ajibai's real name, was elected as a member from the village of Matsinghi in Kolhapur district of Maharashtra. This is a village that has stood out as an example of women empowerment and a very successful Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign. Draupadi's election is an acknowledgement of her long years of service to the village by her fellow villagers and leaders. The government's campaign to reward every household that has a baby girl is followed to the letter here. Draupadi began her career as a sweeper at a salary of just 2 rupees. Over the years, it has gone on to become just 60 rupees.
I have been working as a sweeper for nearly 40 years. I started off with just rupees 2 as salary. Now I earn rupees 60. I will never give up sweeping. It is the people here who have seen fit to appoint me because of my dedication to my work. I start work at 7 each morning. I sweep the lanes, clean the gutters and plant trees. After lunch at around 2 p.m., I resume work again.
Yet Draupadi loves her job and continues to do it, despite now having acquired a certain position in society. Draupadi in fact won the elections to the panchayat as a member. A major support behind her has been village head or sarpanch, Tanaji Patil. Draupadi expresses her gratitude at every opportunity for the recognition her fellow villagers have bestowed on her.
पिछले 40 साल से ये औरत
Draupadi or Ajibai has been a part of every family in this village for 40 years now. She has stood by us in thick and thin. We felt that it was necessary to pay tribute to her hard work and dedication, not just to duty but to cleanliness. And what better way to do this than by electing her as local leader. She won with a huge majority.
द्रौपदी सोनुले इस बुजुर्ग महिला को जीत दिलाई.
द्रौपदी रामचंद्र सोनुले जिन्होंने गेले 40 साल
Draupadi or Ajibai has been working in our village as a sweeper for 40 years now. We felt that it was necessary to recognize her hard work and dedication, not just to duty but to cleanliness. And what better way to do this than by electing her as a local leader. Our party took a unanimous decision. She won with a huge majority.
Her granddaughter also takes great pride in her grandmother's achievement.
She's been working in the Gram Panchayat for over 40 years. It is to salute this that they nominated her. She won the elections with a huge majority. She still continues to sweep and plant trees, and I believe she will do great work as a member of the Panchayat, even as she continues to work in her lifelong profession.
Draupadi Sonule stands as an example for all those who seek to do something in their lives for their nation, but do not know how. With her simple dedication to duty, however menial the work, she is truly an inspiration. With inputs from Mumbai Bureau, DD India. Well, that's all we have for you in this edition of Aspirational India. We hope you found our stories inspiring and encouraging as well as motivating. There were stories from across the country of people who have changed the direction of their lives, and many times that of others too, with sometimes just a dream and at other times with more. We'll be back once again next week at this time on this day with more stories that inspire, encourage and motivate. Till then, goodbye, namaskar.